Hello,
Bro, wait till
welcome.
those Eichmann get a hold of that crunchy groove.
Welcome back to your favorite Iranian TV show. I am Mashallah Al Baid, and my first guest, they call him the Michael Jordan of stoning. His name is Ahmad Al Ayai. He can stone a woman from 40 yards away. Very good. And we love all the stoning of women.
In the name of Punjab.
In the name, I love to watch the women get stoned because it is funny. It's very
I like how
good.
Dewey said, "I'm your favorite kite." Admit it, Kanur, but she corrected Kanur and not kite. You know, something about Dewey, you could just really fly her around. You know, my
Oh
favorite
man.
kite. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
she meant by kite. I don't know what I don't know.
fucking yeah, I decided to do a short show. I have drill for the next 2 days, and then probably gonna
Connor's
try
gonna
to
be
do on
getting drilled for
some.
the next 2 days.
Yeah,
It's
I gotta go to a shoot.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. He actually has to wear goggles. Apparently, there's gonna be so much semen.
There's gonna be dude tons, but they were saying
Yeah,
loads.
yeah. Connor's got contacts, and the last time he did it, the semen got under the contacts, crazy infection and stuff. But yeah, so moral of the story is, if you have contacts, don't get a load in your eyes. Like, come on, be smart about it. Goggles, fucking goggles, every time. This is real cum, people. Put on your goggles. We only have
Uh,
one shot.
all right, Joey, that is very smart. Thank you.
Oh, she is very smart. Okay.
That's lovely. What a
She's on a
sweet
whole other
lady.
level. Yep.
Yeah, she's on a whole other level. You sent me this. I said, fuck it, let's just get everything out of the way.
Good morning, guys. I just want to say fuck you to Leonard because he keeps saying I'm gay. I'm not fucking gay. My farts only smell like wiener because I have my underwear on backwards, bitch.
Bro, you realize that is Trailer Park Boys levels of fucking stupidity right there.
I just love when he's like
Fuck
trying
you,
to be tough.
Leonard.
He's like that weird dude, but then he's just like, my farts only smell like wiener because I put my underwears on backwards. And he gets so like dainty for that.
How many?
And Leonard too. Imagine being dissed by some dude named Leonard. Yo, Leonard. Leonard's always fuck with me, bro. Leonard and Rodney, bro. Something about Leonard and Rodney. They're always messing with me.
Bro, what type of dude? What type of hardcore ass dude? His name is Leonard. It'd be funny. It's an old Jewish guy. He's like, "Why do your farts smell like wiener?" He's like, "Just
It's
let
like
it."
babies that you can't see with that name, like a baby named Leonard. So people
No,
are
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no.
Walter. Walter. Imagine this is my baby Walter. I feel like Walter is like disguised as a different name when you're a kid, but then you hit a certain age, like 50, 60, and you suddenly just like become Walter. Kind of like you're rich and you become Dick when you're like 60. Hey Dick, what's up? What's up, Dick?
But some people are born dicks.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Sure, sure, sure,
Yeah, true. Some
Micah.
people are born with dicks too, and they choose to get rid of them. You know, call me Caitlin.
Bro, did you see this shit? Oh fuck, this is wonderful.
Full
You're
screen.
about to you're about to
Let me
see
see.
some fucking magic. Look at the dude in the background. Poop.
Whoa, you gotta back that up, bro. He
Oh,
two-handed that over the top of his head. Perfect aim. All right, well, so Connor's gone. It's the Sean show now. I'm gonna proceed to show everybody my butthole. Oh, Connor, you came back in time because I was gonna show everybody
yeah,
your
that was.
butthole. You X'd out of the wrong tab.
Yeah. I'm a fucking
See,
idiot.
I love StreamYard. StreamYard's great. The one quarrel is that it's a URL, and you can
Yep.
X out of it so easily because if you're sharing tabs. So they need to put some sort of a protection. I don't know if it'd be that or through your browser for protection. Like it asks you like
I
twice.
love you,
Like, are you
Joey.
sure that you want to get out? Like, are you fucking sure?
All right, so let me replay it. So, obvious thief going to
This guy
steal.
threw it like an axe too. Like his first time throwing an axe, like two over the top of the head. Just
You know what it is, right? It's a Coca-Cola bottle.
yeah. But was it glass or a 2 liter?
It's got to be glass if it knocked it out.
Nah, 2 liter. I feel like a 2 liter would have fucked somebody up. Bro, you two
Maybe.
hands throw a 2 liter. You better be out of that thing's fucking way, bro. Two liter 2 hand throw. That thing's going through walls. That thing's going through states, bro. You're not stopping a 2 hand 2 liter throw. where's the dude in the background too?
My sound is weird.
It is a little weird. It does sound something's. Bro, it's he comes out of nowhere with the thing holding his back up. I want to see that.
Oh,
That
I'm
too.
trying to see why my.
It's it. You know, I think your computer's picking up this sound.
What about that? How's that?
No, it sounds even worse.
Really?
That sounds way worse.
What about that?
Oh, dude, terrible.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah, she's right about crisp. Like you sound. It almost sounds like it's a mic from like the other side of the room picking you up.
What about now? I think I knocked the cable out a little bit.
It sounds better already. You don't sound as good as you usually do, but it sounds better than what you just had. Even though you knocked the cable out, check your settings on StreamYard and make sure they're still set for analog pussy.
I don't. What about now?
10 times worse.
Now?
Nope.
What about now?
No, terrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you sound like you're underwater, almost like you sound like you're muffled, like you're.
Oh, you know what? How's that?
No, that wouldn't do it.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Do-
the
Whoa,
directional.
what you just did?
Like that?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I think it's directional. Fix it, gay dude.
No, that's not directional. What you just did, it sounded like you were completely unplugged. You turned it in. Like it sounded like your computer was picking up the sound through its internal microphone, and then it switched over to your dildo microphone.
Oh, fuck, I hope so.
Hmm.
That's weird. Alright, let's go back. Maybe we can. It sucks that the quality is so shit, man.
Bro, I'm just thankful we got that shit on video, bro. You can see someone get knocked out with a fucking Coke. Imagine that was the new Coca-Cola ad. Like,
There we go, there we
we're
go.
better. We're.
Oh my god.
It
you
looks
guys-
like kind of a small. It looked like a small Pepsi. Bro, he knocked them clean out.
Oh, I keep trying. There we go.
That dude's the man, bro. It actually landed in the shopping cart. Yeah, I think it was like a 16-ounce bottle. It's hard to find glass bottles. You have to go to like the bodega somewhere for those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those.
That guy better have gotten a fucking.
Joey said you sound like. Joey said you sound like you're whispering.
Oh my god, we're all fucked up with sound. So I usually keep my thing low. I don't have a windsock. I need a little condom for my mic, and I haven't ordered one because it's hard to find a windsock for this specific mic because it's such a weird mic. It's like an old Russian mic. A Russian condenser, Octava NK319. I actually would love to sell this thing and get a Shure SM7B. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't even know
those
what I'm
things-
rocking.
But those things are like fucking. I think they're about $800.
I don't know
So
what
for
I
me,
get.
for me to like justify spending $800 in the microphone, like I feel like we could spend $800 in the podcast and not the microphone. But yeah, I wouldn't even know. They're like, you have an $800 budget for your podcast. I'm like, I don't know what to do with $800. Yeah, speaking of like podcasts and stuff like that, and like just getting likes and stuff. So I had an event yesterday at YouTube that I was doing. I was doing sound for a bunch of people talking about content creators and stuff like that, and they had an interview with a content creator and then his strategic manager, who basically makes his strategies, like what his next move's going to do, how to increase his stuff. Because it's like, yeah, obviously if you're doing that good, YouTube wants you to do better because they're going to put ads and shit. They're going to make money off of you as well. So I didn't know who the guy was at first, and then I started rolling the video for him, and then I had to mic him up, and I was like, oh, it's this fucking guy. You know the guy that draws the pictures of people on the subway?
Yeah. Yes,
It was
I do.
him. So he was at 9.9 million subscribers, and YouTube was like basically had an award for his 10 million, and he didn't know. And like during the interview, he's like, "Yeah, I'm at 9.9. I'm hoping it happens next week. I'm fucking super psyched. That's my next goal." And then finally, like one of the big executives from YouTube comes up. She's like, "Yeah, so I'm Tara," and she's like, "You didn't know, but you actually already hit 10 million." And we have the award for you here. And he's like, oh shit. And they bring it out. He's like, this thing's fucking heavy, yo. And he's like, just like a kid, it was really funny. But he's like talking about, he's like, I get a fucking, I get a brand deal like at least once a month. He did like a huge commercial for Juicy Fruit. He does all this shit. And they're like, one guy, because like these are, the people in the audience are like YouTube workers. They're like people, they're really into the financial the stats and stuff. They don't care about the content. They really care about the stats and like how to drive better ads and how to get people like say it's a strategic partner, how to get their clients better ads and shit like that. So they're asking all these weird questions like, what was your financial planning in the beginning and how do you change it now? He's like I don't even plan. He's like all of a sudden I had more money than I could even deal with. He's like right now I'm just making so much money and he's like I don't even know. He's like I hope my planners are doing good things with my money, but he's like I'm not really doing much. He's like I'm doing what I love. He's like I'm just doing the same thing for 10 years. I'm just painting people. He's like I love it. He's like hopefully it doesn't die down. He's I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do after that, but he's like it's great that's he was like super humble, but it was funny like hearing this kid's view. Like you're handed so much fucking money. You're huge. You got 10 million subscribers, and like he's just still just a kid when it comes down to it. But he's lucky. I told him like at the end, I was like, bro, I was like, it's it's sick. There's a lot of influencers out there that just do stupid things, but I was like, you have really really good fucking natural talents. You're an artist and stuff. Like you can't fake that. And I was like, it's refreshing to see people like you. But yeah, he's a very nice guy. But that was my stupid event yesterday.
At least it wasn't Mr. Beast. I'd be really upset. I
What was
hate
that?
that. I said at least it wasn't Mr. Beast. I'd be so
I
upset. I
don't
hate that
mind
little
Mr. Beast. I
cocksucker.
really don't. Why would you hate him? Because I would have done the same thing if I had been in that position to, get all those endorsements and stuff like that. Like I would buy a fucking store and sell burgers and have a chain. Like I would do all of that. That's a lot. Like to not take those opportunities is like leaving money on the table. Why would you leave money on the table and walk away? If they're like, you could do this, you could fucking sell this sick fleshlight, the Mr. Beast fleshlight. It's got
Yeah.
reverse teeth, so it never lets you go. So you got to walk around with it, but you'll make $5 million. And it's like, yeah, I don't agree with this, but no, Mr. Beast isn't the second coming of Christ. He's actually the Antichrist. He's the anti-pasta. Everybody's
The
gonna
anti-pasta.
see he's the cheese, he's the hunk of ham, the hunk of salami.
Antipasta.
I love salami and cheese.
You better watch out. That guy used the second coming of fucking antipasta.
Bro,
What a
when I
dumb
was able
culture,
to eat
people.
meats and cheeses, antipasta was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying the Italians are fucking lame.
People coming into a deli for antipasta, super hungry like a bunch of fucking zombies. And that deli is just as eager to sell that shit because it's like the nasty hunk ends of everything they can sell. They're like, oh, you want to buy this? Actually, the place by me, Meat Farm, sells meat ends and cheese ends. You ever see that shit in the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to get really good prosciutto endings.
I can't fucking eat any of it. I wish I could. I'd fucking shove those cubes of antipasta up my ass, so...
Look how bad Kirk...
I shoved the cube of fucking cheese up my dick tip one time. I had to go to the doctor. It was crazy.
Look at how bad Kirk Hammett has aged.
No, that's not him.
I know.
No. Is it? Oh my god, I thought it was, bro. I was like, this is gonna be a Vinnie Vincent thing. Yo, did you get that picture of Vinnie Vincent I sent you with the dump in the toilet in the background?
Yes.
Well, he looked super serious, like posing with his guitar as a kid and shit, and there's like this giant dump in a toilet in the background. I was very lost on that. Vinnie Vincent looks like the type of dude that fucks his imagination. Wow, I just drew a blank for the word. Yeah.
You're
Vinnie
good.
Vincent fucks himself with poops. Was what I was gonna say.
Oh, so he
And
cool
and
ennies.
his fake pussy.
His poop is his dilation station.
He probably has a really, really, really long, scroggy sack that he like folds up into a pussy, and yeah, shoves poops in there.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, that's what he says every time.
Oh, fuck, man.
An intentional and heinous act. That's what North Dakota prosecutors described for a woman charged with fatally poisoning her boyfriend, all for a
What?
plot to allegedly steal millions of dollars she thought she was entitled to. Authorities have arrested 47-year-old Ina Canoyer for the murder of
She's
her
47,
longtime
she looks like
boyfriend,
she's 100.
Stephen Riley Jr. Investigators were able to piece together cracks in the long-term relationship.
Why was he with
between
her?
the two. Court
I-
records reveal
she must have
Ina
sucked good dick.
allegedly poisoned her boyfriend
she
of
looks
10
terrible.
years with a lethal dose of antifreeze after learning he was planning to break up with her when he received a $30 million inheritance. Ina
Okay,
told
king move.
investigators that after Stephen's death, she
Okay.
was entitled to part of that large sum because she was Stephen's
So, all right, I get it. It's like the when you're going to be a doctor and you're not a doctor and you got the girlfriend, and then you become a doctor and you get the other girlfriend, the doctor girlfriend. I feel like he's like, I gotta get the rich girlfriend because I mean, like, look at the picture. Like he's a handsome guy. He's got a little butt chin. Probably uses toilet paper to wipe it when he poops and stuff. But still not bad dude. Look at that slug to his right, bro. Oh
I
my
know
god,
that
that
is
horse. Oof,
that is fucking horrendous looking.
bro. I hate being like that, but like you killed him because you felt like you were entitled. Like you're entitled to some money to get a fucking mask to wear for the rest of your life.
All that sex was lice off.
It probably smelled so bad.
Smelled like fucking Newport ashtray and cat fucking
It's like,
box.
why do you have black mold around your pussy? I don't know. It just grows every once in a while.
Oh, bro, she's got the skin tags on her fucking
Whoop, whoop.
labes.
Looking like a crummy donut. What is what was her name again?
A fucking what? Oh god, I have it pulled up.
She had a real good name too. Like she probably
I have it in my fucking notes. God damn it, where are they? Inathea Kanoya. Which, by the way, it does sound like an Iron Butterfly song.
Yeah, it sounds very Russian or Slavic or something. Oh my
common
god.
law wife, and that she planned to split the money with Stephen's sons. Problem is, North Dakota does not recognize common law marriages, and according to court documents,
You done
Ina was
doofed, bitch.
incensed when investigators explained that detail to her. Court documents go on to state the chilling circumstances of Stephen's
Damn,
death.
dude.
Officials say on September
That
4th,
picture makes his ass chin look so much fucking
I was just gonna
worse.
say, if you zoomed in and cropped just his butt chin, Facebook would totally flag you for those pictures. It's like, I swear it's a chin. They're like, nah, it's a butt. It's a chiseled butt too. And like when he poops,
What's up?
like
Yeah,
when he poops, he probably wipes his ass and then like probably takes like one ply real quick and like bowls up and like dots the
Dabs
poop
it?
off his chin. Yeah, you have to
What's
because
up,
there's
Ori?
poop coming out of there. There's no way there's not poop coming out of that chin.
There's so much poop coming out of that shit.
Bro, do you think she used that chin sexually too?
She pegged it.
Like, yeah, she.
She licked it.
Yeah, she spread it apart, like made it flat and licked it.
Yeah, you fucking like that, don't you?
Hold your handlebars while I lick your chin, pussy.
where EMTs responded to the couple's home, where Stephen was discovered unresponsive.
Oh my god,
He
I'm
was
just
rushed to a
hyper
local
focused on that chin
emergency
pussy.
room,
I'm
but
getting a
his
little like
medical
sweaty over
condition
here. I
was
kind of
so
want to touch
severe,
it.
He had to be flown to a Bismarck hospital. Authorities say Stephen
Ah.
never regained
It's
consciousness
gone though. It looks like a
and
big
passed
flat
away
ass
the
right
next
there
day.
though.
Investigators say after his passing, they received reports from family and friends of Stephen sharing their concerns that Ina was behind his death. According to court documents shared with Law and Crime Network,
What a stupid
Stephen's
bitch.
friends explained Ina made comments in the past about poisoning him with antifreeze.
Ina
Even making
Kamosi, didn't
comments
she make that
after
song
his
Hot
death
Stepper?
that he was poisoned with antifreeze, despite no lab work
Tinkles
tests for
like that.
antifreeze being
What you gotta do?
and no medical professional conveying any information about Stephen's condition to Ina, including the fact that he died. Court records show several of
He's
Stephen's
always
friends
envisioning
raised
shit
red
on the belly.
flags
You
to
kidding me?
investigators. They said he was about to be a recipient of a large inheritance, and they believed he was planning on meeting an attorney at the airport the day before he was found unresponsive to complete that transaction. Ina was also reportedly
God, she
aware
is-
of the $30 million inheritance. Stephen's
He
friends
is
also
so
revealed to police
fucking
a key
ugly.
detail on why Ina allegedly committed the heinous act. They say Stephen planned to break up with Ina after receiving the money, which reportedly made her furious. One friend even witnessed Ina throwing Stephen's belongings outside on the afternoon of September 3rd, the day before he was found unresponsive. During that evening,
Dude, I can't like I
don't
can't
know. Ina's,
I can't
Ina's fine, bro. Ina's fine. I would like to hit that chin while Ina watched.
bro, every time I see this woman it's just my dick goes further back into my body like a
Is
retreating
it quick
turtle.
or is it quick or is it like?
Yeah, it's like that. It's gradual.
Yeah, gradual sweep down. Yeah, I got it.
friends say they witnessed Stephen's health declining rapidly, revealing troubling details about his final moments. Court documents show Stephen voiced his concerns to his friends about the symptoms he was experiencing. He felt like he was drunk, but didn't consume alcohol. He suffered from stomach pain,
I
was
remember this
unsteady on
one.
his feet, and nearly fell over while trying to walk. His friends wanted to take Stephen to the hospital, but Ina was adamant that he was suffering from a heat stroke and needed to go home to rest. Stephen reportedly
Bro,
was
I would
so
have
sick
fucked
within
that
an
bitch up
hour
and
he
took
was
him to the hospital.
vomiting, could not walk on his own, and seemed to be in and out of consciousness. A close friend of Stephen's, Wesley Torgerson,
Oh
told
my
detectives
God,
he
look
was
at her.
very concerned about his health, but allowed Ina to keep taking care of him because she claimed to have medical training to aid someone suffering from a heat stroke. And another cause for concern. On the morning of September 4th, he went to check on Stephen. Ina
Who's Michael
reportedly
Jordan's
spoke
Hitler
to
mustache?
Torgerson through a
That's
closed
Yeti.
door.
Any funny name
Stephen
is
was at a
always going to
walk-in
be.
clinic. The affidavit states Torgerson went to every walk-in clinic in Minot
Imagine
as
he
well
had
as the
one.
emergency
Oh my
room,
God, that would look so
and learned
good.
Stephen had not been
No,
to any of
Kanye is
those
the only
locations.
one that can pull
According
off
to
a
court
Hitler
documents,
mustache.
the coroner was made aware of the antifreeze poisoning concerns and conducted a test on Stephen's blood. The results revealed ethylene glycol in his system, the key ingredient for antifreeze. After Stephen's autopsy, the coroner reported the cause of death, which was ethylene glycol poisoning. Once police executed a search warrant for the couple's home, they discovered in the living room an old Windex bottle without a cap, containing a bright green liquid suspected to be antifreeze. Police later found in the garage a glass Coors Light
How
bottle
did?
and plastic mug.
Oh, there you go. That was
Oh,
the
the plastic
Coors
mug
Light.
containing. Yo, this chick is nuts. She was lazy and ghetto about it. She's probably like, that's how we do it in my country. We anti-freeze them. We kill them real quick. We take their money. We need money, you know? But like, what a grimy bitch. You weren't married to him. His kids weren't your fucking kids. You didn't do anything to fucking earn this money, and you just slowly poisoned this guy till he was fucking vomiting and just couldn't even walk in and out of conscious. Like, you basically just poisoned. Like, damn, that sucks.
Dude, all for that ugly ass pussy, man.
Both containing the suspected antifreeze. Ina told police Stephen had
Apparently
been
Joe went
drinking
black
all
and she's
day on
trying to go
September
back, but she's
3rd,
being
but
ignored.
claimed he had a heat stroke on September 2nd. However, another friend of Stephen's, Billy Burkhead, told police Stephen was fine on September 2nd.
What is with everybody in this
No
article having the
signs of
dumbest
withdrawal
fucking
or
names?
having a heat
Billy
stroke.
Burkhead.
Stephen's toxicology report showed he had no alcohol in his system. Ina disclosed to investigators her own account
Oh.
of what happened. Court documents state Ina
That's probably what
provided
the last thing he
multiple
saw was
scenarios
that
about
fucking
how
face.
Stephen could
That
have ingested
face,
the
that
antifreeze.
nasty
They
fucking
included how
face.
Stephen's cigarette may have fallen
You know what's funny?
into
She won't even
antifreeze
get
in the
fucking raped in
garage.
prison because
She
nobody's
also
gonna touch
claimed to
that.
have Googled
Or she's gonna be
symptoms
doing the
of heat
raping.
stroke and found they mimicked poisoning. Ina admitted to
Ugh.
investigators she served sweet tea to Stephen throughout the day. The affidavit states antifreeze is known to be easily
It's very
disguised in
sweet.
sweet
That's why
drinks.
cats drink
According
that
to
shit.
investigators, Stephen was alone with Ina
grimy
for at least
bitch.
12 hours before she sought any medical attention for Stephen. Ina was arrested on
What?
October 30th, about a
Look
month
at
Look
that.
at her, man.
after
She
boyfriend
looks like
passed away
fucking the old
inside a
pictures of
Bismarck hospital. She was
Curly from the
charged
Three
with
Stooges. Like, what the fuck? That's what you were with? You were with her? Because, like, you saw her without her makeup. Like, her mugshots, what you saw when she woke up and how she went to bed. You were with her? Like, yeah, bro, I don't blame you for wanting to leave her when you got your $30 million inheritance, but you should have left her way earlier. Also, how the fuck are you getting a $30 million inheritance? What did your parents do? Sell feet pics
I
on
don't know.
OnlyFans?
You get shit all over their belly.
I wish.
She sold feet pics and some cop jerked off to her, and she's like, "Well, I gotta poison my husband now."
Oh my god. It's crazy if you see her and then you see the guy. Babe, you want to see,
intentional.
Come here for a second. Look at this woman. You have to be on camera. My wife doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't have to be, but this woman poisoned this guy with antifreeze slowly till he died because she felt she was entitled to his inheritance of $30 million. That's
Why
her.
did she feel entailed?
She didn't have kids with him or anything. She just felt entitled. That's her. And let's see the picture of him.
I think I went back to you.
Reportedly spoke to Torgerson from a heat stroke.
That's a bad picture of him. He just has an asshole chin.
Well, no, that's him probably later. That's probably when he's being poisoned. There's a
How
couple
did he
pic.
get she poisoned him? How did she get $30 million?
No, so he was getting a $30 million inheritance, and he was going to break up with her, and she found
What's up,
out. She
Pablo?
started poisoning him so she can kill him through common law marriage and
So,
get
Joey, what
kill
happened
him and use
is,
common law marriage
there
to
you
get
go.
his money.
He's telling it.
And she was slowly poisoning with antifreeze, and friends knew something was up. One friend even knew it was antifreeze. She was like refusing medical attention, and apparently, like before he died, he was like going in and out of consciousness. He was like falling down and stuff like that. And then once he was like out, she didn't seek medical attention for 12 hours for him, and then finally called the cops. And like one friend was like, "Yeah, check antifreeze in the blood." And the guy checked it. Yeah, it was propylene glycol or ethylene glycol, which is the number one ingredient. That she was serving them sweet teas. When they went to arrest her, they found an uncapped bottle of Windex with green fluid in it. It was full of antifreeze. She was just giving this dude antifreeze. But why was he with her? Look at that face. Look at that face.
Well, I mean, he's not really the hottest
No,
guy.
there's a couple
either.
pictures of him where he looks better. He's not a hot guy. He's got a big butt chin. I know he needs wiping. That's a lot of care. It's like hospice care, wiping a butt like that. But I think he was a better looking dude at first. I think the antifreeze probably took its toll on him. But still, like, you feel entitled to take someone's money, so you feed them antifreeze for a period of time until they're dead. He had kids too and stuff that weren't with her, but he had kids.
People are disgusting.
Yeah. That's amazing. I think that's like we watch a lot of weird videos, but that one blows my mind because like a lot of these like, you know, traffic stop videos and stuff like that, they're quick decisions. Like somebody's just drunk and they fucking take off. This woman was completely sober. She made this constant decision to just kill this guy over a long period of time, poison him. And it's nuts. Like the friends knew it too. Like, I don't like this bitch. She's fucking poisoning him. One friend even knew. Like, yo, I'm telling you, he's giving this motherfucker antifreeze. Like, I would have
Bro,
I would have just stormed in the house and slugged her so hard. I would have taken a fucking bottle of Coca-Cola from across the room. I would have two-handed thrown that shit across the room and knocked her clean out. And then I would have fucking the bodyguard swept this guy up in my arms, take him to the hospital, cleaned his butt chin for him.
I actually found the interview of his parents.
Oh, that's after the death.
Help you find Tommy with the
Oh man, that's so
Oh
good.
man, that was some gold.
That's some good time right there.
Minot Police Department says the investigation is still ongoing. You know, murder charges carry a maximum penalty
Wait, how long?
of life without parole if convicted. Next court date is February 27th. Reported for a long time network. I'm really
Oh my god, dude.
That's a weird one. That's a weird one.
Dude, that was good. That was so fucking good. Thank God. Thank God for South Park.
So last week I was gonna explain these stories about JT, my buddy. I'm gonna have him on one day. It's hard for him to get on these hours he works, but he does sound, video, and stuff like that. He does what I does. What I does. He does what I does, but he's freelance, so he gets weird gigs. Anyway, the gig he was handed was the Australian Prime Minister dinner at the White House. His job was just basically doing sound and everything. So like on the way there, he said he stopped at this gas station, and they're in DC. DC is shady as fuck. So he's in DC, and they stopped at a gas station. It's him, my boy JP, so JP JT, which is really confusing because I'm constantly calling JP JT or referring to JP as JT to other people, whatever. So they go in there, and it's just this really ghetto 7-Eleven. He said it was like the shadiest, most ghetto 7-Eleven he's ever seen. It was so shady, they don't even leave the cups out for coffee and stuff. You have to go to the counter, pay for your coffee, and then they'll give you a cup, and you go get your coffee. It's like, I've never even seen that. I've seen some bad 7-Elevens, but I've never seen that. He said there was this fucking crackhead, dopehead dude who was really, really old, and he said this guy's fucking, getting his coffee, and he's just dozing as it's pouring. And he's just sitting there dozing, and then he wakes up, starts dancing.
That's
going
awesome.
nuts.
That
And
fucking
then he
rules.
gets his cup, and he puts it down, and he just starts dozing. The guy Boris is like, what's wrong with him? What's he doing? He's telling me, he's like, there's just drugs in the area, whatever. It's fucked up like that. So they get to the gig, and they're like setting up and shit like that, and Biden's there eating. He's eating like lunch, whatever. And this guy Boris is like, "Your president of your nation is there eating lunch, and you're not doing anything to protect him." And it was like, how do we tell this guy, like, bro, this is the last person you want to protect. Like, are you not familiar with this guy? But so he had to be the backup mic. So if the podium mic went out, you had to be the person to run up and give him a handheld. And he's like saying, how do I give the president a fucking handheld? Like, how do you approach him? How do you walk up to him? Like, you're gonna get tackled. Like, especially like if somebody's mic goes, like I do that at work. Like, someone's mic goes, you have to run a handheld up and like be really secret and give
Bro,
it to
you'd
him.
probably get
But
tackled.
the second you go to run, you're getting shot. You're getting stun gun. You're getting balls dropped in your face. You're getting your butt chin wiped. Like, you're fucked. So he was like, I was just praying that this guy's mic never went out. But he said, Biden was doing his speech and it was all scripted. And then he said he ad libbed, like he went to go off. He's like, he said something. He's like, this reminds me of and he said he started just like kind of rambling for a second. He's like, and he said he's like sat there for a couple seconds and he's like, never mind, I'm not gonna talk about it. He just gave it up and that was it. He walked off. So it was like, damn, anytime this guy goes to go fucking rogue, it's just never a good story. And then the Prime Minister of Australia's wife is on stage doing whatever, speaking, talking about how there's so many butt chins in Australia and how there's not enough toilet paper. It was like some crazy thing. So she goes to get off stage and she's walking off stage and Biden's up, he goes to grab the mic from her and she thinks he's putting his hand out to get her off the stairs, like help her down. He's clearly not and he's getting frustrated and she like puts her hand in his hand. He like takes it away, goes to grab the mic. She takes her hand, puts it in his hand again. He's like, clearly at this point, Biden's extremely frustrated, and he eventually just like grabbed the mic from her and like walked off and started talking. She was just trying to like get help down, and he was just like, no, 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 or he just didn't get it. But it was just
No,
like
he didn't get
crazy,
it.
like this shit show, everything. Like this guy can't even talk on his own. He can't interact with people. Like, oh my god, it's like having kids in your pool, and they take your leg hairs down, and your leg hairs go down the pool, and add these light blonde leg hair, and the kids would rub it down.
Yeah, you want to see what would happen to JT had he fucking ran up there?
Literally, how do you approach him? I would have to have like in that position, like you have to run mics to people. You have to have a secret service next to you and be like, all right, so you're in it with me. Like the mic goes, you're coming up with me. But I had CEO of YouTube like 2 or 3 months ago. Moyhan. I forget what his name is, but CEO is like that's obviously top tier and stuff. These people, they have crazy fucking security. They really do. They have special like one of my spaces we have. It's for we call it the white glove space, but it's like if the CEO of Google comes there, like Sundar or anybody really really special, he has his special room and everything like that. But there's like all these like cool like secret bookcases and stuff like that. And they're not really that secret because there's like a sign on the wall that says like green room like right next to it. But it's a bookcase that you push over, and it rolls through when you walk in. It's like the thickest blue shag rug. I swear to God, the shags are like 6 inches long. Like if you were barefoot, like you trip all the time. Like your toes would get stuck in it. But the walls match the drapes, so it looks really dope in there. But also like the security, these people, like this guy, I think it's like Neil Moynihan, whatever, or Neil Moynihan, CEO of Google, but YouTube. When I had his event, I remember just like trying to walk around to go to the bathroom. Like this is my space that I'm in every day. They're there for like a couple hours, and I have like guys with fucking earpieces and everything, like talking about me walking around. Like you could just see like somebody walking this way, and then there's another guy looking, and he's connecting on the earpiece. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to take a shit. Like leave me alone. Trying to take a shit and do a dab. Leave me alone, bro.
Try to take his shit to do a dab.
I'm
I'm
trying to
gonna.
dab with my dude.
I gotta play one more because I do have to get to bed. I have to be up at 2:30. But I want to hang out with everybody online for a little bit because I enjoy doing this and I love watching people get fucked up in the chat, especially Jewy who's drinking juice horse.
In early 2023, detectives received a Crime Stopper tip that a store employee was selling drugs at the Treasure Coast Square Mall in Jensen Beach, Florida. A 27-year-old male named Patrick thought it was wise to launch a side hustle within Zoomies.
I don't know if
He
that's
sold
just me, but Connor, you're
hallucinogens
very
and other
frozen.
unconventional items not
That's
approved
just
by
you.
Zoomies to customers of all ages. As per the Martin County Sheriff's Office, Patrick had been selling mushrooms for a couple months in the store. Undercover detectives initially spoke with Patrick at the store. Later, they returned on 2 separate occasions and purchased psilocybin mushrooms from him. On September 1st, Patrick's rep...
Oh, fuck, dude. Speaking of psilocybin, you can go to certain tobacco, fucking, like, vape stores. They sell it here.
You can get mushrooms everywhere around here.
It's fucking crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, weed, mushrooms, everything. You get mushroom chocolate, too. It's... I don't know what the fuck's going on.
rapidly expanding enterprise would soon face its abrupt downfall.
Let's go, man. Patrick, how are you, buddy? What up? Patrick. You're gonna put your hands behind your back. We'll explain everything in a second, okay? You're set. Mine's double off. You got him. I got him. No. Here. Use my.
Is the cop folding the shirt?
How are you?
Did the cop take the shirt and kindly fold it?
No.
Here. That'd be a nice guy.
Hello, how are you?
How do you put it back? What a fucking guy.
He's got a black backpack. Is this his? This one's his? Okay.
Dude, that kid was like fucking 13. What the fuck?
You, okay? So don't walk up on you, okay? We'll explain everything to you here in a minute, alright? Do you have anything in your pocket that's gonna stick me, hurt me, anything like that? Oh, no.
Oh, dude, by the way, I just want to tell you that the I Want My CVR got us partially blocked that last episode, but I'm appealing it because I was like, it's in the parody style of Weird Al because it's so close.
That's crazy.
I had to write an essay to them about how we parodied it, or you parodied it, like Weird Al, changed the lyrics and stuff like that. I was like, it was re-recorded and stuff like this. It's not.
The only thing that's not re-recorded is the keyboards in the background, but the keyboards are cut up, so you can't really. It won't follow along with algorithms and shit.
It's only that.
Algorithm.
It's only 5 seconds of the video, but I'm trying to get them to reinstate it.
I'm assuming it's the drum part, the drum fill.
No, it's the whole thing, even your vocals.
So
good job.
That's the issue when you try to cover something and make it really, really close. Is you get pops for, you said the Hotel California got popped too.
Oh yeah, so I posted a video. It sucks. So I posted this video of Sean playing the solo for Hotel California. It's a phenomenal cover. And Sean's one of those guys that when he does something, he has to match the tone dead on. It was on YouTube for 3 minutes before I got an email saying the video has been blocked by Universal. And I was like, come on, bro.
Don Henley was like, spidey senses tingled.
CK, what's up, my guy?
Where's your black backpack at? My black backpack? Yeah. Got it.
Upon searching his bag, they discovered a 30-gram plastic Ziploc bag containing mushrooms that tested positive for psilocybin.
Nothing else on there. Nothing issues. What's up? Probably would, yeah. He'll be able to make phone calls too when he gets to the office, right?
Dude, that kid working there's like 13. What the fuck?
Coolest 13-year-old ever.
Oh, that's the show.
Damn, that's gotta be fucking embarrassing.
No, it's the mall.
Fair enough.
You go out and get a left, okay? Okay. We are just outside the Remove views on.
We are
Or
all
actually,
just
if one of you guys want to take a photo, I'll do that. Anybody got their work phone on them?
They tell me he pulls his pants out and take a picture of his ass.
I would.
I'm gonna write that
It's on his chin, right?
What's up? Where you like this over to the okay.
He had to know it was gonna happen. There was no way he was not like, I'm gonna get caught one day. I'm fine. Like,
Here you go on the front seat, alright? Alright.
Jewy, BCLA is only cool if you're Cenk Unger.
Yeah. Can you pull a pre-service call for Zoomies?
What you guys doing?
1551 to SID.
He was subsequently taken to the police department for an interview regarding the events that had taken place.
Alright, Brandon. You good? Yep. What's your name, dude? Patrick. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Obviously, we're here because you guys up a little bit.
What a fucking
Do you have any idea that I don't know if anyone explained anything to you yet or anything? So, months ago, we got complaints of.
Hey, Jewy, do you know how the Scottish fuck sheep? My dad's friend, who is Scottish, told my dad this, and for some reason, when I was 13, my dad felt compelled to tell me he couldn't wait. But he said that the Scots will. Did Dad ever tell you this about his Scottish friend told him how he like had to fuck a sheep?
I thought it was a goat, and I thought it
A
was
goat or
worked with.
yeah, it was somebody who worked there. It was some fucking
Yeah,
dude from
you
Europe.
put their back legs in your front pocket so that they can't kick you.
Yeah, but then
I
you
think
push him up
something
against
about
the wall.
No, I heard something about you bang them on the edge of a cliff so that they constantly push back.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, I kind of ignored those things because they're things I just never wanted to hear.
Dude,
It's funny, like that'll be super wholesome, but then I'll tell you things like that, which are like the most awful things you could ever hear. Like, nothing you say, Dad, will ever be normal.
I know. I remember one time. Oh fuck! I was like, because Dad, like you said, Dad's wholesome, but there are times where he gets just randomly like weird. I remember one time we were driving. It could have been more than like 15, and he's like, "You know what's cool about women over 50?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "They go through menopause, and then suddenly that pussy just starts getting wet again." And I was like, "Why are you telling me this?"
He's probably got these jokes on deck for days, and he's just waiting for us to hit that age. And he's like, "I'm waiting for that time," and it's just never that time. And he's like, "Fucking middle of a car ride on the way to somewhere. Let's just tell him." There was I remember one time Dad showed me Frank Zappa, and I was like really really young, and he was showing me like the weirdest Frank Zappa stuff. It was like really really gross like raunchy shit, and then he starts showing me this song. It wasn't a song. It was a skit from Red Fox called.
No, Rob.
I want to say it was called "Pregnant Pause," but it was like something about like banging a pregnant chick. I was not like super young where it was bad, but I was like sixth grade or some shit. And like Dad had left, so he would come over on Saturdays and look. Always had like makeup for it. Like here, I'm here on Saturday. Check out this cool nasty shit. Like, Dad, I don't want to fucking hear this. This is gross. He's just sitting in the front seat cracking up, and then he finishes everything with, "Don't tell your mother." I'm like, bro, those are famous last words. Why would you say that?
Yeah, there was one time where.
Oh no, let me beat that real quick. Coming home from church one time, those famous last words, I heard those one time before. Coming home from church on a Sunday night, Dad was still living with us, and I like Dad didn't hear us getting dropped off, and I ran in the front door really fast, like unlocked it and got in there so fast.
I'm sorry, I was reading the two last comments. Holy fuck!
I don't think Dad was like playing with himself, but Dad was watching some weird movie that was like Extreme Cinemax back in the day, like people like dry humping and like doing some crazy shit. And, like we were just coming back from church, so like I walked in real quick. Dad like jumped up, grabbed, threw the tape out of the VCR, just looked at me and just said those famous words, "Don't tell your mother." I was like Joe Rogan, "Don't tell your mother." But I was like, damn, I'm not gonna tell my mom because that just freaked me out.
What's up, cannoli? Show is almost over. We gotta get through this. But yeah, there was one time where I'll never forget this. Our little sister and I were sitting in the car, and we were really young. Dad's listening to Comfortably Numb. This is what I'm about to demonstrate is the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life. But Dad's like the solo comes on, and Dad fucking has an air joint. He just like this, and then he goes to like put it in the air to like pass it to one of us. We were kids, and me and Britta both like we laughed at him, and he just shut the song off. I was like, what the fuck?
bong rattling bass smell shocker.
I was like, bro, I was like, damn, that was the
How are you
corniest
thinking?
shit I've seen.
So I tried to. So I sold Dad weed for a period of time, probably like maybe a year at most. This is like 2011, and I'm selling weed, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to smoke weed with him. Like I gotta smoke weed with my dad if he's buying weed. It was weird. It's like my dad never condoned weed.
Hey, Toasty.
My dad never drank growing up. Like we never saw my dad with a drink. I've never seen my dad drink alcohol in my life. He has.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's been waxing his nuts. I hope with coconut oil. It was a last minute thing. I have drill tomorrow, Toasty. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do something for an hour at most.
So my dad caught a DV like years ago, like over 10 years ago, but it was weird
When he-
too. 'Cause
when he was
went through it super
58.
Yeah, he went through it super professionally. Like he did have the breathalyzer in the car, but like I never even knew my dad was drinking. He said he just went to a bar and whatever the story was, but like I've never seen my dad drink ever. So for him to like ask me for weed because he knew I was growing weed when I came back. Like I was growing weed in Colorado when I came back. I sold weed, so he's asked me about it and everything. I was like, yeah, I'll get you some weed. But this one time I was like, I'm gonna smoke weed with my dad. I'm gonna smoke weed. I'm gonna fucking roll up a joint. So I roll up a joint. And I was like, super pumped. I'm like prepping myself in the mirror, like you're gonna ask your dad to smoke weed. Joking, but anyway. So I was like, yo, Dad, use your weed. I'm like, oh, I got to show you. Go outside and smoke. He's like, no, I'm good. I was like, you fucking suck. You just shit on my parade so quick and so easily. Now I'm good. I was like, all right, pops. But he told me a story about he did smoke a joint with his buddy from work and George Cerisi. George Cerisi is his old buddy. We always heard stories about that. Help me, a little snooter. I saw Carter Snooter. I like how you snooter with a fucking screwdriver. It's so ghetto. Anyway, so my dad smoked a joint with these guys. He said it was a hitter joint of some new weed. My dad's like an old school dude, smoked weed from like the 70s and stuff, but he's like, I was so fucking high when I left there. And he said I started driving, and he's like, I had no idea where I was going. I got really far, but he's like, at one point, he's like, I just realized, he's like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going, I don't know where the fuck I live, and he couldn't like figure it out. And he's like, Tom, if you got yourself this far, he starts talking to himself, but he's like, Tom, if you got yourself this far, you know you're on autopilot. So he's like, I just let autopilot go, and he's like, I just started driving, and eventually I saw a couple like landmark spots that I knew were close. I think it was by like Duck Stadium because he was in Central Islip. So he's like, I saw that. He's like, I knew where to go from there, but he's like, I just got so high. He's like, I couldn't even figure it out. He's like, I called George. And I told him, he's like, I'm never fucking smoking again. Never smoking that shit again. He told me this recently too. He's like, I just couldn't do it. He's like, that the new weed is just so strong. I was like, yep. Bro, he had me in the parking lot
mushrooms,
talking about
Right.
fucking talk about the 60s and the 70s for like 30 minutes the other day. And like I felt so bad cutting him off. Like if anything, I want to talk to Dad. Like we don't see him much. Like it's nice to talk to him. I felt so bad cutting him off, and I didn't even cut him off. He felt my body language. I was like, Dad, it's like 12 o'clock at night. We're in Riverhead, standing in a parking lot, and there's fucking like vagrants around us. Like we gotta go. And he's like, you know, the war, and fucking Kennedy got assassinated, and the Beatles came through, and this and that, and music, and you know, what year did Bad At Hell come out? 77. Think about the movies and the music, and he's like going on, and I'm like, all right, and like halfway through the conversation, I was like, Dad, hold on 1 second. I went over by the tree nearby, and I took a big piss. And I came back, and I was like, all right, and we continued, and he kept going. I was like, I gotta piss, but I also gotta leave. I need to go home and go to sleep. And I was like, just look at me. He's like, all right, you go home, you go to sleep. I want to go get some Burger King, get some burgers, and go home. I was like, all right, Dad.
What the fuck?
Yeah, good times.
Not only people coming in and out of the store, but also the juke. Okay. Does any of this ring a bell at all?
No.
You don't sell anything? Nothing at all?
No.
Okay.
He's
Is that
smart.
what you're going to stick with?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So,
I'm
you
the
had
master
a
of Bayesian.
black bag with you today. Is
Yes.
that your back bag?
Mm-hmm.
You know what was inside of it?
Yeah.
What was inside of it?
There were mushrooms inside.
Do you use mushrooms?
Yes.
How much mushrooms do you use at a time?
I microdose them usually, but about a gram.
Now, what if I told you that we've been buying from you for a bit? Still, does any of this ring a bell? Like you've been selling, we've seen you, we've dealt with you.
Okay.
Do you want me to elaborate, like refresh your mind a little?
No.
It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do. I just done it.
Yeah. So, once again, that's you. We know for a fact you deal.
Okay.
So, do you do it to like help yourself with extra money, with financially, or help people out, or what's the deal?
Yeah. I'm doing bad. Nothing that bad.
And I'm not saying that you're a bad person, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. Like, hey, you give a little here, take a little there. It's for extra money, right? What I'm trying to understand is, number one, what the actual reason is.
Oh yeah, they just try to. It's just to get him to admit.
I'm trying to get understand the reason for you doing it. Like, bro, microdose.
Anyone at the
See what it's
store
like.
know that
You'd
you
probably
do
be a
extra money,
happier person.
or
Probably wouldn't even be
no
in
one
a
else is
cop
involved
anymore.
with it? How much do you sell at a time, dude?
Not much.
Well, what's not much? I mean, you have
Crude
how
near
much do you
June.
have with them? Hang on, how much do you have with them? 30 grams. I mean, that's typically, how much would you sell that
2
for?
grams over an ounce. That's a
What's not
decent
much?
amount.
$160.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for $160. Like $160 is pretty cheap compared to what I thought an ounce of mushrooms would be.
Partially
He
for the
said
money,
160
but at the
to
same time,
1160.
mushrooms for a lot of people are medicine, and they help a lot of people with a lot of issues. So I don't really need too much money. So
How much would you get?
I
that
love
for?
him.
You'd sell it for 160.
how much would I get that for?
Mhm.
Not much.
What's not much?
50, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making like $100 profit. Pretty good. Like I'm assuming if you buy it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good deal.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly recent that it's been selling much, and clearly this is why.
Yeah. How long have you been working at Zoomies?
A year in November.
Have you been doing it the whole time there?
No.
No. How long have you been selling out of the store?
This dude is calm as shit, man. I actually like this guy.
So
Yeah,
you see
I
what
like
the
him
issue
too.
here
He's
is,
kind
right?
of
Like, how
honest
big
too.
of a clientele do you have? Is
Not much.
not much.
I don't make that much money.
Okay. Well, the
He's,
issue obviously
he's
still
so smart.
stands
He's
that
like, not much.
we're
I'll
here,
make much
obviously.
money.
So yeah.
Patrick claimed that he had been engaging in the mushroom trade for approximately a year, seeing it as a strategic maneuver to expand his customer base discreetly within the realm of Zoomies.
How long
Smart.
have you been selling the mushrooms for?
Like a year.
So you just started selling in the last 2 months at Zoomies, but you've been selling it for a year overall.
About.
Where do you typically get it from?
Guy.
Like locally, at the mall?
Yeah, an old friend.
Well, you don't seem like a bad dude, man. It's just one of those things
I've
where
heard-
you got
yeah.
caught up. Yeah. How much
I hate the way they talk.
mushrooms do
You
you
don't
think
do
this
it,
dude
baby.
has?
Like, you don't care about that, bro. Like, you just talking.
I'm
I
not
hate
sure.
that shit. Like,
Usually has like chocolate bars, but it's mainly weed.
I'm wondering if the guy in the back's gonna be a bad cop and just like come up slugging him real quick.
I
Need nasty hooks.
But after
Like a cat.
stopped taking them as much. It was mainly
And then he
for
pisses
weed
in the
at first,
corner.
just to kind of stock up because they're hard to get.
Yeah. The dude that you get in Port St. Lucie,
Mm-hmm.
you said he has bars.
Chocolate bars.
The stuff you had today wasn't chocolate bars.
Oh no, that's what I said. He usually has chocolate bars. I had gotten it a lot.
So that was from a while ago from that same guy?
You think he's microdosed right now? He's just like,
Alright,
fuck it.
Probably. He's pretty sure.
Dude, let me just ask you now.
So,
obviously,
microdosing, you
not
don't feel
only do
microdosing.
people look
Yeah,
foolish,
you're just
whatever,
happy as
just
shit.
come
What's
in
up,
and
It's
Mr.
not
D
like-
Ball
it's not
Money?
like you're happy. It's
And you
just
just
that it's
kinda give it to
apparently
them?
supposed to like level
What
you
about,
out
like-
normal. Like if you're
like,
depressed, it'll help things like that.
juveniles?
But microdosing is apparently very
You don't deal with
beneficial.
juveniles? Because
Try my best. I mean, I don't
Like
like
I've done
it,
mushrooms a bunch of
but-
times. Mushrooms are
like,
weird.
there's an issue that, like I
I
said,
don't know,
the
when that
whole
hits
reason
you,
it
you
started
get
is
like
because
it
kids-
feels like sometimes your throat closes
I've
up
never
and like
sold
bad,
that.
like your throat, like you're choking, but
Well,
like it just
juveniles,
changes
man, in
everything
the
about
teenage
you. It's
years, I
fucking
don't know
nuts.
if you're able to tell the difference.
I mean, like I said, I don't ID, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had anyone tell you that they've had a really bad trip or anything off the stuff you gave them?
No.
Never. But you've had yourself personally.
Well, I took way too many.
How much is way too many?
It was about 14 grams.
You took a
Jeez.
whole 14 grams, just ate 'em?
Fuck.
Well, it's called. I mean, it's called. I don't want to go into the whole specifics.
No, I'm curious.
14
Just
It's
grams.
called lemon teching. Basically, if you grind up the mushrooms and put
Oh, it's
them
awesome.
in
Thanks, buddy.
lemon juice, which is citric acid reacts to the psilocybin in the mushrooms, which it makes it it basically doubles the dose, but it shortens the.
He's talking about like
So where the
taking
trip
things
might,
to
if you
make the
take
mushroom stronger.
7 grams,
I remember
the trip
years
might
ago
last 8
when
hours.
I was
If
doing
you want
like
to take 7
pills and
grams,
stuff.
you're gonna trip way harder.
People were
But
taking
most people
OxyContin
for like
80s, and somebody I knew was like,
So what do you do? Like shut
actually I'll tell
everything
you his
off
name right
and
now,
just
Jay
meditate?
Dillon.
well, that time
He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
he's like, if you're gonna do
I
80s,
did it.
you need to take
I was in a
this.
really bad place at the
It
time.
was like not an over the counter, but it was like I don't know, omeprazole, some type of like an acid reducer in your stomach, but that would prevent the effects from like I forget what it was. It would basically make it rotate through your system longer, and it would increase the effects. It was like nuts. Like you guys are taking fucking antacids and stuff like that, like just to increase the effects of fucking pills like it. So I bought the pills, but I never did the antacid thing. That was crazy.
That sounds like it'd be fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Terrifying though. I remember a couple nights where it was like the pills were always like normal, just do the pills. I remember a bunch of nights where we would do blow and stuff like that with a couple random people. But like we would do blow, and then like at the end of the night, I would want to like calm down, go to sleep, so I'd do pills. I would snort a bunch of pills, whatever. But I remember a couple nights where I'd like lay in bed, and like I felt like the up or downer effect battling itself. Like I felt myself like getting really spent out, and then like I felt myself like calming down really bad. Literally felt like I was dying. Like a bunch of like if I sit here and like let myself go, I'm gonna fucking die. And I would just wake myself up and go like sit on the couch and like do something, whatever. And I was like, damn. That happened a handful of times. So I was like, all right, you gotta chill out. And, eventually, obviously, I got off everything, but still, it's roller coaster.
I've never done drugs, so
You
I just feel like it would be.
smart.
I feel like I would have been fucking terrified the whole time.
Well, no, you get used to it after a while, but the whole thing is like when you're younger, that whole I don't do drugs. It seems like it's cool, you're straight edge or anything. And you get older, and it's like that's super respectful. Like when I hear people like work with another person, like no, I don't drink. I'm like oh my god, I wish I didn't drink and things like that. Like I mean, drink is one thing, but like a lot of people smoke weed and shit like that. But like some people are straight edge, and I think that's just incredible. I I play with Joe and Frank, and they're know nothing. They don't do anything. That's fucking great. You guys are awesome. And obviously they're super focused. They do very well. Joe's like MMA fighter on the side, and Frank just does well. Has a giant, I think it's like this big. His his like ankle.
His anal?
I think it's something you gotta play real quick.
Yeah. What was that? Because I'll play it, but
It's a porno film. It's a short, brief porno film.
It's a
I made when I was in
porno.
3rd grade with my health teacher.
I will get popped for that. And I know exactly what that is now that I'm looking at it.
You really think we'll get popped back quick?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially since he died last year.
Oh, I didn't even know he died.
He fell off a fucking ladder and apparently cracked his head.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Trust me, I would love to because he has the words you're not allowed to say. Let me play the rest of this and then let's start heading out of here because I do have to get the fucking bed. I have to be up at 2:30.
You gotta get drilled tomorrow. Make sure you have your goggles.
Moving, you're like on that 70s show kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you look at your phone and everything dancing around. It's usually pretty fun until you abuse it to the point where you take like too much.
Yeah.
Like I said, I saw like crazy demon clowns and stuff.
I feel like that cop's now interested in doing fucking mushrooms.
Patrick was charged with felony counts of possession of a controlled substance, ×2. Sell, manufacture, distribute Schedule 1, 3, or 4 drugs, ×2. And unlawful use of a two-way communication device, ×2.
Unlawful use
Lastly,
of
his
the
bond
jangle.
was set at $120,000. Head over to codebluecam.com.
Fuck you and
check
fuck
out
your
our great
fucking.
selection of quality made.
Yo, real quick. Imagine going fishing and this happens.
Oh, what are we about to watch?
It's not watch, it's look. They take
Oh!
his eye open.
No!
So the
Oh, my
threaded
God.
spot's right here on the left eye, but the right eye it's in. It's straight up in. Like I don't even know if they
No,
taped it because they think they could like save it, but like that eye is fucked. You're not gonna get
no,
that eye back. I have a
no.
friend who's a very very close friend of mine. I didn't talk to him for a little bit. We got to like a couple fights, whatever, and then his wife hit me up, or I don't know, it's common law marriage wife, but she hit me up and she was like, yeah, so he almost lost his eye, this and that, and he's just a little sad and wants to reach out to you. And I was like, all right, I'll talk to him. Apparently, he was doing construction by himself, and he was doing a chalk line, and he did a little thumbtack, like a nail to tack down the one end of the line, and he pulled it really tight when he was like, trying to get it taut and snap it, and the nail came out and just scraped against his eye. And after a couple months, it just kept getting infected more and more. Where the doctor was like, "I'm sorry, but it's easier to take your eye out than it is for you to deal with it. You're never gonna heal." So he lost his eye completely, and it's crazy. Like you don't think about that. You don't really have many people with a missing eye or appendage or something. But it's like, yeah, that's some life changing shit, man. That sucks.
God, that's fucking.
Remember Grandpa? 2.5 fingers lost.
Oh yeah, 2.5 fingers. That was his.
He was doing the shot.
Real quick before I go, you ever see this? This is old, but
It's in his head. It's in your forehead. Take it out of your forehead.
It's in your head. Take it out of your forehead.
oh god. All right, well, hey, listen. I have drill this weekend. Fucking countdown because I don't think I'm going to December or March because I'm Irish and I fucking hate St. Patrick's Day. So June. So we're right at the fucking tail end of 6 years. It's gonna be fucking great. We're gonna throw a celebration stream. Probably, I imagine, a very long one. A very fucking long one.
How 7 inches, 8 inches?
8 inches long one. A very long 8 inches. Yeah, he's dead.
Thick tip.
I love it all. Thanks for joining us. It was supposed to be a quick show, but it got too fun. This always happens. I have to go to bed because I have to be up at 2:30 to drive to fucking New York, which I fucking hate. So be safe out there. Like, subscribe, share this out there on all platforms. If you're on Rumble, follow us. Give us a like. Whatever. Hit me up on Twitter and shit like that because I'm gonna have a lot of downtime the next 2 days. So everybody have a safe night. Chewy, don't have too many.
A lot of downy time.
I'm gonna have a lot of downy times. I'll be like, I want some goddamn Snickers. I'm gonna have a hard on every time I see a Three Musketeers bar. It's gonna suck. Downey Olympics. I'd watch that. But yeah, hit me up. Anybody who has my number, text me. It doesn't matter. Be safe, and we'll see you guys maybe Sunday night. If not, maybe Monday. Yep. Look at that cute ass shit. Good night, everybody.